All right. Question is, am I gonna have to crank up the machine? Get me roll this head way. Oh, these lines. It's cold, and these lines are stiff. Let's see if the case drain will come undone. I'm gonna have to roll it out. I'm gonna have to crank the machine up real quick, and we're gonna have to roll it out. I gotta get, as you can see, the head's rolled back. It's putting pressure this way on these quick connects. So let's roll her out. There it went. Oh, whew. I'm way too tired for this. Not going. Oh, there it went. Yay. Well, folks, welcome to 2024. Can't tell. I sound sick. I'm feeling better, but I still feel like crap. I came down with something Tuesday after Christmas on the 26th that night. And Wednesday I was miserable. It was bad. Fever, chills, body aches, sore throat, everything hurt. I was at my parents' house up in Apex. Came back home on Thursday, and I have been down for the count ever since. Today is Wednesday, the week after Christmas, and I came back to work yesterday. I just kind of ran some errands and stuff like that. My goal was to go mow the 1 acre nightmare lot today. So that's why we had the MTL hooked up. I got the pre-knock unhooked, and then the last time I was mulching with that, with the pre-knock out there, we were doing those stumps. I heard some creaking and cracking and popping out of this front bogie, and there's 2 bogies in here. It's a caster, so I thought maybe the bearing had burned up in one of them, and thought it had gone bad because what it sounded like a bearing being crunched up. But I felt both of them, and neither one of them felt hot. And typically when you burn up a bearing, they get really hot and create a lot of heat. So just in case, I ordered a new, and this is what it looks like. This is what that bogie wheel looks like without the actual rubber wheels on it. It's basically just a caster, and it just sits over that axle, and there's a bearing inside there, in that middle in there. And so you can see it right there, and it comes, you know, pre-sealed with the grease and everything. So I got that done and all hooked up just in case I needed it. Let me put this cap back on there. So as I was unhooking the MTL, I noticed a big washer on the ground. I put it in this box. There's a big washer right here, and it had grease all over it. And I said, well, that can't be good. That came out of something. So I started doing some looking around, and I will show you what we found. All right, we are now up underneath the machine here. Grab my trusty flashlight, and this is the problem. So this is a center dust cap that goes over this bogie wheel. We're not underneath the machine. This is the inner bogie. This is the inner caster. So there's 2 casters, one on this side of the frame and one on the other side, so inner and outer. So this little metal dust cap is held on by that snap ring, and somehow what has happened here is there's a bolt or a nut. There's a nut with those washers behind this dust cap that holds, that's threaded onto the axle, that holds the caster onto the axle. It's got to be, you know, it's bolted on there or held on there. Something's got to keep it from rolling off. So that nut has worked itself loose, and it pushed on this dust cover and wore it out, opened it up. So I just ordered a new one of these. CC is overnighting me a new one, but I got to get this one off, and I'm gonna have to go get a pair of snap ring pliers, try to get all this off and see if we can't get it put back together. I think the bearing's okay. I think everything's fine. We just got to get this off. So let's try to do that and see what we're dealing with. I did not want to be mechanicking today. It's supposed to be just a simple mowing job, and now we're mechanicking. So let's see what we can do. Oh, if I can grab. But we're gonna have to get a pair to get this thing, the new one, on anyway. So let's just see. Let's just see. And that will just come right off of there. It ain't much, just a thin piece of metal. There we go. Yep, it looks like a mess in there. That's not good. Yep, there's the nut. There's the nut that came off. It's worked itself right on out of there. And then there's those washers. Whoa. Yep, there it went. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I think that's done. It doesn't look right. Oh yeah, yep, she's done. Oh great. Yep. There's literally nothing holding that on at the moment. Welp. Dead in the water. I don't know about you guys, but that don't look right to me. That does not look good. Oh. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, so I just talked to Chris over at CCE, who is the service manager, and I FaceTimed him and showed him everything. So the bearing in there is gone. Everything's ground up into dust. It's kablooey. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this track. I don't know if I can get this done today or not. I don't know if I have the tools or if I can do it by myself. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this track and then go ahead and pull the track. I'm gonna get some chains in my binder and I'm gonna pull the whole track that way and get the tension off of it. And if I can pull it that way, then I'm gonna attempt to get these bolts right here loosened and see if we can't pull this thing off. We're gonna try. All right, let's see what we can do. All right. Alright, so new plan, and I think it's gonna work, even though it did crack one of those 2x4s in there. If I have to pull forward and get that one out of there and then back up, put a new one in there, I can. So what I've done in here is taken a couple of 2x4s and put them around just these first two wheels. So this is pushing the track out. Instead of using those chains, which were only kind of going in one direction and pulling the top and the bottom of the track, I have to get the whole track off, pressure off that inside wheel in there. So now this side is holding, but these 2x4s are not on the inside. So when I took the brush cutter and lifted the whole front end, there's no track hitting, I don't believe, that inside one in there. So I'm hopeful that now we can unbolt that thing and slide it out. That's my goal. So I'm gonna figure out what size these are. I'm gonna grab the impact. Hopefully the impact will break them loose. Let's see if we can get that inner wheel off in there. And this track is, it's pretty tight, not too tight. I got a lot of tension off of it, but not all the way, but good enough. So let's see if that works. All right, guys, get a better idea of what is going on in there. Oh goodness. The good news is I've got this thing, got most of the tension off of it, so I just don't know how to get it off yet. But most of the tension off the track. Oops. Oh, did my flashlight? Okay. I got most of the tension off of it. There's a little bit up there at the top, but I can deal with that. So let's see if we can't get this thing off of here and maybe get it replaced. All right, so I got all the tension off the wheel. Next thing I got to do here is get this debris guard that runs in between the casters, or the caster. I got to get it off because it's blocking my ability to get this thing off of here. So got my ratchet. Let's see if we can't get it off. I don't know, it's kind of in here a little weird. Oh, no, they're turning. All right. Oh, yay. All right. There's some good news. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. All right. There's some good news. Something went right. I'm gonna give you guys a front row seat here to this thing coming off. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. I think. Oh, what is it held up on? Oh, I think it's held up on the axle. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's on the axle. I don't have enough room here. I might have to take this wheel off. Oh, crap. Oh, not a lot of room to work with here. But this is half the battle right here. If I can get it off and get the axle cleaned up, I think I can get it back on, the new one back on. I think. Sorry, you guys are in the dark here a little bit. Sorry about that. I almost had it. I just don't, I think this torsion right here is in my way. I think this wheel is going to have to come off first. There. Thought it would just, yeah, it's not going to come out like that. Well, damn. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, let me go get the impact and let's see if we can't get these off. There's one. Two. All right, sorry, battery died in the GoPro. They have a tendency to do that right when I'm doing something cool, but we're getting it. All right. Oh, I got it. All right, come on. Oh, there's water. I got it. All right, that must go. I don't need it. Oh. Oh, yep, there it went. Okay. And that wheel's got a big chunk taken out of it too. All right. There it is. Oh. Gives you a better idea what this looks like. Oh. All right. Hopefully this comes out. Please come out. There, yeah. Yay. Oh my gosh. That is nothing left. Oh no. So here's the next problem we've got, is that some of that old bearing assembly is still mangled to the axle. So I've got to try to get, I gotta get this cleaned up. Try not to get any doggone metal spurs in my hand. Oh no. Oh, we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. Yep. Oh gosh, dang it. Well, folks, we are kind of screwed. So, if you can see right there, the whole end where the nut goes on the end of the axle to hold that whole bearing assembly on there, it is shorn off, basically. So that nut's not going back on there, and that axle is eat up badly. It's all mauled up from all those bearing pieces just rubbing against it. Nothing in there is smooth. Nothing in there works. So now I just called Chris over at CCE. They're gonna have to order me a new axle. So now we've got to take the outer part off. This whole track has got to come, at least the front part of this track has got to come off. So I gotta back this up, get these 2x4s out of here, and then we'll have to jack the front up and pull this track. Yeah, we're having fun today, folks. So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna get done today. We'll try to see what we can do and get it done. All right, everybody. Kelly, my dad, just helped me get the track tension back up. So I'm still without an inner 2 wheels in there. That assembly is over there. So I've got a new axle on order, because I need a whole new axle that goes through there. But I have made the executive decision to just go ahead and take this thing to the John Deere dealership, Dobbs, which used to be Flint, over in Aner, South Carolina, and just have them deal with it, because I don't really have anybody to help me do this. I've got family coming in this weekend. Typically I would do this on a Saturday and get mechanic Greg to come help me, but I've got family, so he only works weekends, so it'd be a week and a half before I could get to this, and I need this machine. So I'm gonna load it up, and tomorrow, probably first thing in the morning, we'll come get it, take it to John Deere. I think it should, even without that inner thing right there, I've got the track really tight. I should be able to get it on the trailer, no problem. It should be fine. I don't think it's gonna throw the track. So I'm just gonna have them deal with it, because they can snatch that track off, you know, pull that axle and just do everything. Most of the hard part's been done. I've got the axle overnighted. I also went ahead and got a new rear wheel, because this one is chunked really badly. I'll keep it as a backup just in case I need it for something, if I absolutely need one, but it's getting replaced too, because it has got a huge chunk all the way down into the plastic taken out. So it's getting replaced. So there's the new bearing assembly. I got a new dust cover coming. I got a new axle coming. Got a new wheel coming. All that should be here hopefully tomorrow. So we'll get this thing dropped off and hopefully have this thing back by early next week. That was my goal. So tomorrow's Thursday. Get the parts dropped off to them. Maybe they get it done Friday or Monday, depending on how busy they are. But it shouldn't take them too long to do something like that. So I gave it a good effort. If the axle hadn't been screwed up, we'd have been I think, in business. Well, the axle was screwed up, and then like this whole piece of the assembly was like welded to the axle, and I probably could have dremeled that off, you know, gotten a Dremel and cut it off and made it right, but that would have taken some extra work. But the axle is just gone, so it happens. It happens. These undercarriages just wear out. It's kind of like a wheel bearing. It's just a sealed bearing in there that comes pre-greased. You can't grease it. You know, the grease is already all packed in there, and it just is what it is. So you put that snap ring with this dust cover over top of it, and the whole thing just kind of stays together. That snap ring has got to come out of there too. And all that has to come out. So you'll get a new dust cover. I think that snap ring is okay. So yay. That's how my 2024 is starting off. Yay. Well, that'll be that. I'm going to go get, after I drop this thing off, my parents' farm isn't too far from the John Deere dealership, so I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna get the Green Monster, aka the John Deere zero-turn mower, and then we're gonna go do some mowing jobs tomorrow as well. So stay tuned, more to come. Looks like 2024 is gonna be eventful. So I hope you guys, wherever you're at, are having a great 2024 so far. It could be worse. It could be worse, yeah. 2023 was pretty rough on me. So all I can do is just keep moving forward. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you to all of you guys out there in YouTube land. Getting close to 100,000 subscribers. Maybe we'll get there by the end of the month, maybe, for lucky. And appreciate you guys. So more stuff to come. I'll keep you guys updated on the machine, and stay tuned for more stuff, and I will check you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.